How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. So it's December 22nd, I believe. So it's late afternoon now. I was thinking about heading out to check some snares and traps, but it's going to be dark in like an hour and a half. So I think I'll wait till tomorrow morning. But in the meantime, I'm just here in the shed. And what I'm going to do, I just lit the stove. So first time I had the stove lit in the shed here since last winter sometime. But yeah, I'm gonna boil up some of my coyote and fox snares. So we'll get that done today. And I got another 220 bucket set here that I'm gonna use for mink and otter. So I'm gonna get that cleaned up and ready for tomorrow as well. So I'll probably put the boat off tomorrow and find somewhere to set that out. Maybe some more mink boxes as well. All right, water's just about boiling there now. So I'll throw my snares in. I usually just grab a handful of spruce or fir boughs. I'll throw that in with the snares, and that'll just give the snares a little bit of a more woodsy natural smell and scent, and just cover up any human scent that may be on them. So just let that go for probably half an hour or an hour now, and then I'll take the snares out and I'll just hang them up outside and leave them out there overnight, and then tomorrow I'll put them in like a Ziploc bag or something. I'll just keep them stored outside until I get a chance to set them out. Well, it's a beautiful morning here. It's supposed to be a nice, clear, sunny day, light winds. So I'm gonna take advantage of the weather today because we got a weather system moving in tonight and all day tomorrow. It's supposed to bring, start with snow and then change to freezing rain, then rain and high winds. So anyways, we're gonna spend most of the day out in the woods here. So just out this morning now, I got 3 dogs and we're going to check the rabbit snares. So I already checked my mink and otter sets earlier this morning. No luck there, didn't bother to film any of that. But yeah, just out giving the dogs a run now, check all the rabbit snares. And then later today, I'll bring the dogs back to the cabin and I'll probably jump on the quad and head in the road here somewhere and get some coyote snares set out. So that's the plan for today. Well, last night got down to like -15. One of the colder nights we've had in a while. So it should have been a good night for the rabbits to run. It's a nice, calm, clear, cold night. So anyways, we'll see now if we had any luck this morning. Yeah, the numbers are way down for sure. I was looking back through some pictures on my phone, or sorry, on my computer last night. So there was mornings where I was getting 4 and 5 rabbits a day last year on the same snare line. And this year we got 2 rabbits so far. I had 3 snares bust off, but only got 2 rabbits yet. So the numbers are definitely way down. Anyways, hopefully we'll be able to pick up at least 1 here this morning. It's been 2 nights since I checked them last. So anyways, we'll head on in the trail now and see what we come up with. So I made up another dozen or so rabbit snares last night while I was sitting around at the cabin. So I'll probably look for a spot to set out a few more rabbit snares here this morning. So as you saw at the beginning of the video, we got a coyote hanging around our bait station. So time to get a few snares out. That's a good spot there. I always pick up a coyote or 2 there. So yeah, we'll get some snares set out later today and Hopefully we'll pick up a coyote here over the next week or two. Well, a bit of a rabbit sign here in this spot I just came across, so we'll set a snare right here now. Just cut this little spruce tree, so we'll set one right here. It's not real fresh, but there's definitely a rabbit or two hanging around here somewhere. Oh, Millie keeps tipping the camera over. Probably a better chance of catching Millie in this snare than catching a rabbit. Well, goose just flushed out a grouse in here somewhere. Well, it's actually a couple of times now when we got to this spot on the trail, goose flushed out a grouse, so there's one or two hanging around in this same spot. Well, there's a hard old spot here, real tangly. So anyways, I'm gonna go in now, see if I can find it, but I got my doubts. I heard it fly away. It's in here somewhere, but it's just real thick stuff in here. So anyways, we'll have a little look for it, and then we'll move on. Come on goose, let's go. No luck. Goose is still looking around for it, but didn't find it. Most likely it's just up one of these trees here somewhere, but they can be pretty hard to spot once you lose sight of them. Well, this is a snare that was busted off last time, and something came through here again. I thought it was busted off again, but it's not. It's just pulled through all the way through, and even the loop looks like it was starting to come undone. So I think something was caught in here, maybe caught him by the leg or something, and he pulled out. So it looks like something was in there and struggled a little bit and got away. Anyways, I'll get it set back again. Well, the bog's finally starting to freeze up, but it's not gonna last. It's supposed to be plus 6 or 7 degrees Celsius again for the next couple of days after today. So this will be all thawed out again. Well guys, we got another snare bust off. Unreal. So that's at least 4 busted off now. 2 rabbits caught and 4 busted off. So this is one I set last time I was out. I didn't do any filming that day. But yeah, I set this one and I set another one right in through here. That one's not touched. But we had a rabbit in this one on the first couple of nights, and it busted off the snare again. Well, just back through the woods there from that one that had busted off, we had something come through here as well. Pulled the snare through, reeved it out, but never caught him. So a few, well, at least one rabbit in this little spot here. I got 4 snares here. I had 1 bust off and something came through this one. So anyways, I'll get this one set back up again. So I'm just setting back that one that was bust off here. And yeah, I was just thinking that, so this brass wire that I'm using, it's stuff that I got out at the outdoor supply store, Blue Ridge in Lewisport, and it's supposed to be, it's still a 22 gauge brass wire, but it's supposed to be like a stronger, better quality version compared to the cheap stuff that you buy, like say at Canadian Tire somewhere. I believe Backwoods is one of the brands you can buy, and that stuff is real junk in my opinion. So this stuff is supposed to be a little stronger stuff, and I gotta say, the first couple of years that I used this stuff here from Blue Ridge, I really found that it did make a difference. I found it to be a little stronger, and I was still losing scattered rabbit, but you know, only one here and there, and I was at least catching most of them. But I don't know what's going on this year, because it's the same brand of wire, I bought a big spool of it. I don't know how many snares are on there, but I've been using it for a few seasons now, and I don't know, this year it's just, I'm having a lot of snares break off. So anyways, I don't know what's going on, but all we can do is set it back again, and hopefully next time if he comes through, he won't bust the snare. Well, here's another old lynx set I had from last year. I had the bait tied onto this tree and closed off with sticks around the outside, and then snare tied on to this tree right here. Anyways, beginning of January is when lynx season opens, so I'll get a couple of lynx sets back out then. See if we can catch our first lynx. But yeah, as for the rabbit snares, man, the rabbits are scarce. Worst I've seen in quite a few years now, so I don't know what I'll do. I'm gonna leave the snares out for at least another week or so during the Christmas break or whatever, but when that's over, I'll probably pull the rabbit snares, because with the numbers this low, it's just not worth having them out. And the few rabbits that are left around here, I'd just as soon leave them and let them breed and reproduce. Hopefully the numbers will come back up again next season. So anyways, I'll leave them out again, or I'll leave them out for, like I said, at least another week or so till the new year comes in, and I'll probably pull them up then, and maybe later in the season, when we get everything freezes up and we get some snow down, I'll find a new spot and set out another rabbit snare line. See if we can pick up a few more rabbits later on in the winter. But yeah, what I've seen in this spot here so far is not too promising. So anyways, we'll check the rest of the snares, the rabbit snares, and like I said, later today we'll get out and set out some coyote snares. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna head in through here, set a coyote snare. It's a little path coming out through here. I saw coyote and fox tracks going back and through here before in the past, so I'm gonna try and set a snare right around here somewhere. All right, so a nice solid tree here to tie off to. So for my coyote sets, I'll use a 12-inch loop, 12-inch diameter, and about 12 inches off the ground. So we'll tie it off to this tree now, and that should be good right about there. Yeah, something like that should be good. Alright, that should be pretty good. So I don't like to put a bunch of sticks and stuff like to block off the sides, because I find coyotes are pretty smart and pretty cautious. So the less you can tamper with the site where you got your snare set, the better, I find. So I try not to disturb anything. I just tie the snare off to a stick that's already here in place if possible, and I'll just put the snare in the center of the run, and that's pretty much it. So like I said, about 12 inches off the ground, and I got my 12-inch loop for a coyote, and that's it. So we'll move on and try and find a couple more spots to set out some more. So last couple of rabbit snares I got left to check are in here too. And there's a spot here I'm gonna set a coyote snare. I had a snare there last year. Yeah, I got the dogs left back at the cabin now. So no sense trying to set coyote snares with the dogs with me. They'll only end up getting tangled up in the snares and be a shit show. So here's the last rabbit snare. Nothing in it, not touched. So no luck with the rabbits today. Just had that one snare busted off. All right, another coyote set here. So this is one I set every year. Never did catch anything in this particular set, but there's always fresh sign around here. All right, well, the camera died on me while I was talking away there, setting out this snare. I didn't even realize it till after. But yeah, here's the snare. So once again, 12-inch loop. I got this stick here is wired off to this alder just in case coyote gets caught in there and happen to pull this free. So I'm by no means an expert when it comes to coyote snaring. I've only been at it for a few seasons now, and I've just been kind of learning on my own as I go. So never really had anyone teach me or anything. So if there's any trappers out there that are watching and got any pointers or any advice, feel free to leave a comment. I'm always glad to get any kind of advice or any tips and tricks and stuff. Alright, well, here's my trail camera, and this is where the coyote's been hanging around. So I shot a grouse yesterday and I threw out some of the scraps here, so didn't get touched last night, so I guess he wasn't here last night. So I won't bother to pull the memory card out of the camera today. I'm just going to leave it. But yeah, I'm going to put out a few coyote snares around this clearing now, and there's a trail over this way that I caught a coyote last year in that trail, so I'll head over there. All right, looks like a decent spot here to set one. So you can see there's some old moose bones here froze in the ground that I guess the coyote's been dragging from the main pile up on top of the hill here down into the woods. Probably dragging it down here so they got more cover to eat it. They're not out in the open up there by the road. So yeah, I'm gonna tail out a half a dozen or so snares now all around this little alder bed here, because they're definitely using this alder bed to travel up towards the bait pile. Yeah, a bunch of old moose bones here. Alright, got another one set here. So something's been dragging bones, old rib bones from a moose down here. Got a little path made up to the bait up, which is up here. So it's another good one there. So that's 4 in this little spot. I'm gonna set a couple more, and then we'll move in the trail a little ways, set a few in there. All right, so I caught a nice coyote here in this spot last fall, about a year ago from now actually, and I'll put a couple of pictures up on the screen here of that one. I didn't do any video of it, but I'll throw up a couple of pictures. So this is just across the road from the bait, and I find oftentimes setting your snares like real close to the bait is not the best idea, because coyotes are real cautious when they approach the bait. But if you can find some little spots and trails, maybe like 50 or 100 yards away from the bait where they're coming in, That's the best spot to set in my opinion, because they're a little bit less cautious when they're a ways away from the bait. So it increases your chances of catching them in the snares a little more than when you set right next to the bait. So that's just my opinion, but seemed to work for me the last couple of seasons. So anyways, I'm gonna set another one back here now and see if we can luck into snagging another one here in this spot this year. Couple more rabbit snares set. One there, one right here. All right, well, this will be the last snare for the day. So some coyote scat right here on the trail. So it says snare right here. Right here. And yeah, should be a good spot there. Anyways, we're gonna call it a day, head back to the cabin. All right, well, I got back to the cabin from setting the coyote snares, and it was an absolutely beautiful afternoon here now. The wind dropped right out, so I still had about an hour or so before dark, so I figured I'd put the boat off, go for a little ride, and there's a few ducks going around out here this morning, so I took the shotgun and just out for a little ride. I got an otter trap that I'm gonna set out there too here in a minute, but I came across a tur. I'm pretty sure it's a tur. It's up ahead here, and strange spot to see a tur. So they're usually way farther out the bay, but there's one right up in the bay here. So I don't know if it's a sick one, because there was some around here earlier in the spring that came right up in the bay here, and they had that avian bird flu. I believe they were dying in the water and washing up on the beach and stuff. But anyways, there's one tur here, so I'm gonna see if I can get a shot at it now. All right, another otter trap going out here, so it's all ready to go. 220 conibear with a little artificial fish in the bottom for bait. So there's a little shoal right here. I'm just gonna set it out there, leave it out there for a few days, and see if we lock into anything. Ice in the water. Bay is just starting to catch over now the last couple of nights. Man, what a beautiful afternoon. The sun will soon be going down now, so time to head back towards the cabin. Molly waiting for us. What are you doing, Molly? Good girl.